Mayor Monday time. We're headed to Columbia County this morning, just northwest of Portland, to the city of St. Helens. It's been making some big headlines over the past several months over controversy in their school district.
And back in November, 2 teachers were arrested in sex abuse allegations, and those 2 men's trials are currently making their way through the justice system. Now, joining us in the studio to share her thoughts on the future of the school district, as well as some other city updates, we have St. Helens Mayor Jennifer Massey. Appreciate the time.
Thank you both for having me on. I appreciate it.
Well, and we're going to tackle this head on here this morning. St. Helens is a small community, and this controversy, this sex abuse scandal, has rocked this community. What do you want people to know? I mean, between parents and just this investigation as it's playing out, what do you want people to know?
Well, first thing, head on is exactly what we need to be addressing. That's my methodology for everything and how I'm going to approach all the tasks as a mayor. So that's timely and accurate. I think that the most important thing is first to acknowledge the students that have been affected, that we stand with them, that we care about them, that they're valued. The investigation, it's going through its due process. One of the things that I think is important to realize is that, even though I'm the mayor, it's really out of my purview. And, myself and my other council members are almost daily getting, concerns expressed to us, and we want to listen, but it's really kind of out of our jurisdiction. But we want to be there, listen to the parents, and they need to stand in solidarity right now. Our community needs to heal, and this kind of it's happened, and we need to go through the process so that we can get to the end line. I feel like we're in lap 4 of 12 right now, so it's going to take some patience, some time to get through the judicial system and hopefully have some new policies in place that we can ensure this never happens again. I also hope other school districts are using this as a learning opportunity to evaluate their own systems, and see that everything is copacetic in their schools as well.
Yeah, well, in terms of that process playing out and that investigation, which is still underway, are you confident that the folks involved right now are really digging into each and every corner of this investigation?
I do. Yeah, I think, I have faith in the St. Helens Police Department. The individuals are, when it comes to children and person crimes, they don't mess around, and I think they're going to turn over every single rock. That can be frustrating, I think, at times because it takes longer to do investigations, but if you want a thorough, comprehensive investigation, it's just going to take some time to get there. And so I think that it's time, it's important that parents and students, that they again, stand in solidarity and support each other as we get through this.
And of course, we'll continue to cover this story on both on the air and online at KOIN.com. We have all of our coverage there as well if you want to keep tabs on that. Some other updates coming out of St. Helens. The police department is expanding. It's an update here with some developments in the works.
Well, hopefully it's not expanding. Hopefully it's being rebuilt.
Rebuilt,
so,
yes,
yeah,
better term.
Yeah, a little bit of history that our police department was built in 1971. Our population was around 6,200 at that time, and it was about 2,200 square feet. We're just shy of 15,000 now in population, and we have a lot more staff, so we have outgrown it. And over the years, I think 1988-ish, they expanded to in a garage, but they still, we don't have enough space. And it's been on the docket for a long time, and we have the money, we have the design, it just hasn't gotten across the finish line. So my goal is to be breaking ground within 6 months. I think it's also going to help us attract other, staff, hopefully some laterals to come out. It's hard to get, officers and people in law enforcement now, and I mean, we need it. Public safety is important. And you see the stuff we just talked about in St. Helens, right? We need appropriate places for detectives and for people to be, interviewed. So that is a goal, is to get that across the finish line. I'm super excited. We have a joint planning commission coming up the 5th, and I'm hoping that it just puts us on track to get things done.
Yeah. Well, on the note of planning, you recently wrapped up the collaborative strategic planning session between staff and council. So what exactly was that, and what came out of that meeting?
I think it was phenomenal. First, our city administrator orchestrated this joint, collaborative session, and it was first with council, and really, we did personality assessments and, just talk about our goals and our objectives. Then we actually brought in staff, and we all kind of collaborated. And really, I think it was really imperative when you have new council and new staff. There's a lot of uncertainty, and it's just it's a great time to take a step back. What are we here for? What are we trying to achieve? What are our goals? What are our objectives? How do we effectively communicate? late.
Yeah.
And I just feel like this has set us off on the right path as we start this new journey and this new chapter for St. Helens.
What were some of those goals? What's a key takeaway from that is worth sharing?
Well, one of the goals was morale. You know, we've had a lot of stuff going on in St. Helens, and I'm all about wellness and employees being valued. We spend more time with the people at work and in our jobs, and sometimes we do our own families. And people should feel valued in their workplace, and so that is a big focus. So, and that usually leads to higher productivity as well. So I'm excited to understand what our staff needs and be able to support them with decisive, decision making. So that they need us to make decisions so that they can do their job.
Sure.
So I'm excited about that.
And those decisions can usually happen a little faster when everyone's moving in the same direction instead of a million different ways.
Yeah.
So it's great to get organized as you move into this new role.
Yeah.
Well, Mayor, thank you for being here this morning. Great to get some updates on some very important stories. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for taking the time.
Well, if you would like to stay up to date on what's happening in St. Helens and cities all across the area, you can always check in on our Mayor Monday interviews. Find those on KOIN.com. Just click on AM Extra.